Prologue, Part 1, of Lord Tony's Wife. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information, or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Lord Tony's Wife, by Imuska Orczy. Prologue, Part 1. Nantes, 1789. 1. Tyrant, tyrant, tyrant! It was Pierre who spoke. His voice was hardly raised above a murmur, but there was such an intensity of passion expressed in his face, in the fingers of his hand which closed slowly and convulsively as if they were clutching the throat of a struggling viper, there was so much hate in those muttered words, so much power, such compelling and awesome determination that an ominous silence fell upon the village lads and the men who sat with him in the low narrow room of the Auberge des Trois Vertus. Even the man in the tattered coat and threadbare breeches, who, perched upon the centre table, had been haranguing the company on the subject of the rights of man, paused in his peroration and looked down on Pierre half afraid of that fierce flame of passionate hate which his own words had helped to kindle. The silence, however, had only lasted a few moments. The next Pierre was on his feet, and a cry like that of a bull in a slaughter-house escaped his throat. "In the name of God!" he shouted, "let us cease all that senseless talking. Haven't we planned enough and talked enough to satisfy our puling consciences? The time has come to strike, mes amis, to strike I say, to strike at those cursed aristocrats, who have made us what we are: ignorant, wretched, downtrodden; senseless clods to work our fingers to the bone, our bodies till they break so that they may wallow in their pleasures and their luxuries. Strike, I say!" he reiterated while his eyes glowed and his breath came and went through his throat with a hissing sound. Strike! as the men and women struck in Paris on that great day in July. To them the Bastille stood for tyranny, and they struck at it as they would at the head of a tyrant; and the tyrant cowered, cringed, made terms; he was frightened at the wrath of the people. That is what happened in Paris. That is what must happen in Nantes. The chateau of the Duc de Kernogan.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?